Stop panicking, Gumball! Just calm down! Get
2 words. Panic attacks. I've had panic attacks before. Not pretty. And I know people that have had panic attacks before. And let me just tell you, it's not fun. Now, you may think this video originated because of Puss in Boots. You know, not the creator of the panic attack scene, but it definitely popularized it. That's not the reason why. The reason this video exists is because of Spider-Verse. On Twitter, I saw an article that was like, hey, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is gonna have a short film that's gonna come out, and it's gonna be about Miles, and he's gonna have a panic attack. Twitter has been raving about realistic depictions of panic attacks over and over for the past few months, and it all stemmed from Puss in Boots. So much so that when the Mario movie came out, you know, there was that scene with Chris Pratt, and he's like, oh, Mamma Mia, Bowser's beating my ass cheeks. I remember an account going, oh my god, he's having a panic attack! I think he was just beat the shit out of, and he was a little scared. Not to say that, you know, panic attacks don't usually stem from fear. Everyone dogged on this guy. But you see what I mean, right? People are taking this as like, oh my god, it's so cool. Let me find the next panic attack scene in an animated movie and make a big deal about it. So people found one in the Paw Patrol movie.
I can...
Yeah, Chase. The dog's called Chase. Yeah, I know the Paw Patrol characters' names. What? Yeah, he has a panic attack in the movie. So, while Spider-Verse started it, Paw Patrol solidified it. I am going to make this video. So, I want to talk about the importance of panic attacks, how to portray them properly, and last but not least, make a tier list. Yes, I want to make a panic attack tier list. There's just really terrible depictions, but there's also really banger examples of panic attacks. Is that a bit insensitive? Yes. Do I care? Yes. Now, before we get started, I'm going on tour. That's right, I'm gonna be touring the United States. I'll be heading to these cities, and I'm joking? That's insane, it wouldn't even make sense. I've just always wanted to say that. So, panic attacks. I think it's really important to portray panic attacks accurately, I would say. There's a lot of movies that genuinely do this right, and it's actually a really good thing to put these kinds of situations in movies or shows where younger audiences will be able to see them and understand them. So like a really good example would be Iron Man 3.
You've experienced a severe anxiety attack.
Me?
And how that's dealt with is, you know, both comical and genuinely meaningful. You have Tony Stark, who is a character that doesn't really take things too seriously, so he's like, oh, I'm having a panic attack, oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. That was my impression of Robert Downey Jr., thank you so much for the Oscar Academy. But there is this specific scene where the movie takes this super seriously, while still understanding, you know, the dynamic of these characters.
Are you having another attack?
I didn't even mention New York.
Right, and then you just said it. God, what are we gonna do?
Just breathe.
Really, just breathe.
I think that scene is a prime good example of how to portray a panic attack. You can, just because you want to make a comedy and you want to make a panic attack kind of comedic, doesn't mean you can't do it right. You know what I mean? And again, this is one of those movies that a lot of kids are gonna watch, and if they ever have a panic attack or see someone that's freaking out, they can understand what they're supposed to do and how it feels. Since we're already talking about MCU movies, let's compare this to another MCU movie, Avengers Endgame. And this is where this annoying trope comes into play, and most of the time, it's done really badly, and that is what I like to call the snap out of it trope.
I think I'm having a panic attack.
Right here. So let me lay the groundwork for you. It's about a character A. They're freaking out, they could be having a panic attack or something. I guess you could say they're not like listening to reason. And so character B is like, shut up, bitch, smack. And they just smack character A, right? That doesn't work. Okay?
Get a hold of yourself!
And the thing is, sometimes it can be handled in a funny way. Most of the time, it's not. So in Avengers Endgame, Thor is genuinely freaking out. Rocket smacks the fuck out of him, and he's good. Good job, Rocket. You solved anxiety. I don't have an issue with Rocket smacking him, because that's in character. The issue I have is with this actually kind of working. And right after, Rocket gives him a little pep talk, which is what he should have actually done from the start.
And there are plenty of people who are only kinda gone. and you can help them.
So there, I have no issue with the smack, because I feel it would be in character. The issue I have is with that working and Thor not freaking out more that he just got smacked in the face by a talking raccoon. And that makes me want to talk about one of the worst depictions I've ever seen. So now we're transitioning to animation, because I want to talk about Velma. As we move into this, let's cover what we've talked about so far. We shouldn't expect characters to react perfectly to situations when engaging in fictional works. What we should be recognizing, though, is whether or not what's being portrayed is accurate or harmful. Back to Velma. So from what I've seen of Velma, because I'm not gonna sit through fucking Velma. I know for a fact that there's 2 depictions of a panic attack. So in this scene, Velma is freaking out. Daphne comes in, she sees Velma in this state, and she's like, oh my god, what do I do? When a panic attack is happening, you don't want the person who's having an attack to feel claustrophobic, to feel cornered, because that's gonna make them freak out more. So what is it that Daphne does? Ding ding ding, that's right, she starts tonguing Velma! I thought slapping someone was the worst you could do. Okay, so I filmed a lot of footage for the tier list part of the video, and well, we can't have a scene where the audio got messed up and staticky. So from this point forward, everything will be audio. Pray for me. I asked for animated panic attack recommendations and you delivered. I think we can immediately start with placing Velma right in the F rank. And now the other Velma scene, another insultingly unfunny scene where Velma needs help. And what snaps her out of a panic attack induced by hallucinations is Shaggy.
I like you.
Wait, what? No, you don't.
And that somehow snaps her out of it.
Keep making me laugh.
I wasn't joking! Your face is why I get up in the morning!
F. Let's now analyze the golden child, Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots manages to not only make the entire film about Puss's fear of death, but it also accurately recognizes what is needed to calm someone down. I could talk about Puss's journey towards self-worth and the value of life and all that, but right now, we're focusing on the one specific scene, and it's a banger S-tier scene. It's just perfect all around. Let's keep going with the dog show. No, not that dog show. No, not that dog show. Hold on, has Blue ever had a panic attack? This is the dog show I'm talking about, the one they made a CG animated movie about.
I can...
I think this scene encapsulates panic well. Chase can't save these people, and what's good is that once his allies realize he's currently indisposed, they don't go crazy and yell at him and force him through it, they resolve the situation for him. I'll give this an A because holy fuck, a dog is panicking and you're just maneuvering a helicopter right next to him? So let's go through that Wreck-It Ralph scene. The scene is very iffy for me because on the one hand it has the snap out of it moment, but at the same time, the writers of the film put these characters in a super fucked up situation. If they keep moving, they will drown in quicksand and die.
They're attracted to whatever makes them laugh. Hit me again.
This one is a tough one for me. I don't know what you would say. Maybe say it in the comments what you think, but I'm gonna put it in C tier because I don't know, man. Now let's move on to what definitely threw me for a loop and ended up being 100% S tier, and you'll see what I mean.
Just calm down! Get
So immediately, red flag, although it's so ridiculous, I can see people giggling at this moment. And then comes the greatest shit ever.
Get out! You're making it worse! Oh, sorry. There, buddy.
Holy crap! So you have this excellent moment where kids will learn that, yeah, people panic. And not only should they not hurt the person panicking, because that doesn't mean they'll immediately calm down, but caring and respecting them will help the person through the process. And also, the scene is funny.
How about a little kiss?
So yeah, that's 100% S tier. And you know what else has an S tier scene? BoJack Horseman. See, Velma, adult animation can do things right. With this scene, Hollyhock is beginning to have a panic attack at a party. Now, watch as a dude notices this happening and helps ground her.
Look around the room and tell me what you see.
I see people partying.
This is an excellent depiction of how suffocating a panic attack can feel, and also how helpful it is when someone eases you out of that state. It's just really, really good stuff. S tier stuff.
You feel any calmer?
Yeah, actually. A little bit.
It's a trick my psychiatrist taught me.
And so, I don't want to go through a trillion animated works, so I think I'll leave the tier list like this. So what have we taken away from this video? Firstly, panic attacks have been and will continue to be depicted in media, including animation.
Ladybug.
And honestly, most of the time, it's fine. I'm not asking every panic attack scene to be some huge moral lesson for the audience or have everything end up fine. You can have a character panic and that's pretty much it. It's just a thing that happens.
Kid, breathe.
It is definitely appreciated though when, if given the chance to, these scenes are treated super carefully and can be almost taken as educational moments. How Velma portrays a character panicking made it the target of internet ridicule, and I think that's good. And yeah, I think that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe right now. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to check out Interstellar Ranger Commence, the animated series I've been cooking up. Episode 3 is currently in the works. And speaking of Interstellar Ranger Commence, thanks so much Bretzo Town Comics for this art of Hope Griffin. She looks awesome. I love the look you gave her. Just a 10 out of 10. Thank you so much. Thanks so much patrons as well. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting me. Sorry I haven't posted in a bit. It's just, you know, I've been really busy this month, but I'll try to make more content for y'all. And last but not least, subscribe and turn on notifications to get a chair and join the Browntable. So thanks so much for coming to the table, and I'll see you all next time.